Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archives Rain Code. In the last episode, we began our investigation into the past events behind the Nailman killings, looking into the old cases, using Halara Nightmare's forte, post-cognition, letting us see everything to do with the crime, as long as she's physically in the room that the crime scene was found, and that she knows who the victim is, and because of her power, we ended up learning the truth about art coalescence, as well as learning we could share the power of any other master detective as long as they are willing to share with us. Overall, with the only one last scene left for us to investigate, our final piece of the puzzle that is the Nailman killer case is now finally upon us. The only thing is, what truly ties all those cases together, outside the fact that they are all locked room mysteries, since it seems like there's a little bit more tying them together than meets the eye, from what we can currently tell. But the thing is, well, it seems like there definitely seems to be things, and seems to be not things between the two. All of them, honestly, since there's 4 different cases, and not every one seems similar. So it seems like there's definitely a little bit more to everything than meets the eye, but definitely some things are definitely noticeable, from the markings on like nails and stuff like that, from like string, from an obvious exit point in seemingly every single room. Even though it's a locked room mystery, there seems to be an exit in every single one so far. Other than the 3rd one that we did, although technically that would be the 2nd one for the mansion. But other than that, honestly every single one has had an escape route that's obvious. But definitely with everything we've seen, there's still quite a lot of mysteries to uncover. And also one other thing I ended up doing is I actually went and found all the rest of the gumshoe gabs for chapter 1 here. And, well, there is actually quite a couple of them that you can find in Chapter 1. I think you can find them in other chapters with the fact that they're in pretty obvious spots for some of them, and then some of them are kind of, like, hidden. But I think you can find some of these in multiple different chapters. But I ended up getting 2 more for Yakou. We didn't find any more for Halara, so I don't think there is any for maybe another chapter or 2. Still none for Desuhiko. I don't know if we'll find one in this chapter. Maybe next chapter is possible. And then I found one for Fubuki inside of the restaurants. That's the Sun and Moon restaurant that she was eating in. If you actually look in the eye of their little logo there's actually one sitting right there. But definitely quite a lot of them, and one of them we would have found if I would have looked right when we were buying his book. So definitely a couple of them are just hidden within the city, and then some of them are kind of tied to the request in some ways. We'll get to doing some of those soon. It's just that we got a little bit to go before I want to do that.
The art gallery.
Yep, here's the art gallery. The final case of the Nailman.
Closed due to special circumstances.
The murder occurred only about a month ago.
Only a month?
But I'm certain the crime scene has been cleaned up like the others.
Would make
Not
sense.
that it matters to me.
But yeah, definitely...
Wait, it's not a good idea to break into the art gallery.
I don't think this is really going to be breaking in.
Did you say something?
That's our Halara.
That is definitely
The
her...
crime scene is deep inside the art gallery. It's one of many storage rooms.
But yeah, storage
Come,
room.
I won't allow time to be wasted.
Wait, please.
But yeah, why an art gallery of all places? Every other place seem to be secluded in some way. An art gallery seems like a bad place for one to happen. Premier Art Museum in Kanai Ward, located in Ginma District. The space in front of the art gallery is decorated with a giant dinosaur, fossil, and it's a replica. I could see that with the fact of the eyes being light up. But, well, I guess this isn't a place that you need to worry, I guess, about hearing a scuffle happen. I was thinking the storage room was going to be near the outer area where all the, the stuff is going to be on display, but this seems to be in the back rooms of the place. Locked door over here. Seems like this door is locked.
Hello? There are priceless works of art all over the place. Of course the door's gonna be locked.
Makes sense. But I read something in the loading screen that this place has had pretty diminishing, people coming in, and I think I know why, because of the fact that the Nailman murder happened here. So less people want to come.
Is this the storage room where the crime scene took place? It's locked.
Well, it would make sense that it would be locked.
We're going in.
Oh, well, guess we're just gonna break and enter, I guess.
We're like a couple of thugs or something.
We really do seem like that, with the fact of how Halara is just kicking things open, without having a warrant or any of that stuff. But we really can't get one of those. For multiple reasons. Interesting place, though, for... Oh, the Scream painting. There's a couple famous paintings back here.
On the scene, the person from the church again?
As expected, it's the same worshipper.
Well, obviously.
He said he was trailing the victim after finding a doll with the same name.
Yep.
He saw the victim enter the building late at night. He then searched the premises with the art gallery staff. When they opened this storage room, they discovered the victim's corpse.
Apparently so.
The door was locked at the time of discovery, and the key was found inside.
Huh.
Ooh, another locked room mystery! That's 4 total!
But this is technically the third.
I'm starting to get bored. It's not so special anymore.
What do you mean special? People have died.
Oh, she likes that kind of stuff, buddy.
Let's start investigating.
Yes.
Well, we can obviously tell where the person was nailed, right underneath our feet, where we just were. But, definitely interesting, though, with everything we've seen so far. But, I think the first thing first to check is the entrance door, obviously. So let's definitely get a good glimpse at the door here.
There are 2 keys that open this door.
2.
Only one of them was inside the room at the time of discovery.
That's weird. Okay.
The other one was owned by a member of the art gallery staff.
Art gallery staff, you say?
That staff member always carried the extra key, and used it to enter this room when the corpse was discovered.
So this is the only door that the lock wasn't busted on. That's weird. Huh. Wonder if that's gonna be important later or not.
Where was the key found inside usually kept?
Yeah, where is it usually kept?
It's supposed to be kept in the administrative office, but it's unknown if it was always there.
Well, that's not good.
Maybe it was lost and the culprit found it. Or perhaps the culprit secretly stole it.
Probably secretly stole it, I would think.
Either way, the culprit managed to obtain the key somehow.
Yeah, that definitely is a conundrum, though, on how he got it.
One key was in the storage room. The other key was always carried by a staff member. If the culprit is that staff member, then this wouldn't be a locked room mystery, right?
Which is true, but the thing is we haven't had any suspicion on anybody from here, though. Up to this point, unless we might meet somebody, but the thing is we haven't really suspected anybody from here.
Why go through the trouble of making it look like a locked room murder if you'd immediately become the first suspect?
Which is true.
I guess you wouldn't.
Yeah, it would just put you in the fire of the peacekeepers immediately.
Countered!
Yep, immediately countered. But here we go. 2 keys can open the door to the art gallery storage room. At the time of the body was discovered, one of them was inside of the room, the door key for the art gallery storage. Okay. Well, I think only other thing here... Ooh, wait, there is something else here. Spilled paint. Was that always here? Spilled paint has stained the floor. If we can find out when the spill occurred, we'll know if it's related to our investigation. True, but it seems like it's fresher than... Well, it is only a month between for this one, so it could have happened, but post-cognition... And time to see what the room originally looked like.
Post-cognition reveals the crime scene in slightly faded colors.
Seemingly, yeah. But not everything's faded, though. That's the weird part.
The room looked vaguely hazy in my eyes, even with the rows of vivid paintings within the art gallery.
Definitely strange, for sure. One of the paintings specifically behind the victim, but I don't see any dolls in this room. That's weird.
The smell of paint oil that permeated the room wasn't that of the past, but the present.
No, wait, there is one doll. It's on the painting itself that's on the floor. That's weird.
If even the smells from the past could be recreated, the stench of the corpse would be much more overwhelming.
That would definitely be very, very unfortunate if that was the case. But, yeah. It looks like the door that it's showing it was closed during then. Oh, wait, no. No, it's showing it opened, actually, for when they first came in. It looks like the spilled paint is here, though.
I've been wondering, did the culprit knock this paint can over?
Maybe.
If so, it could have been used for some sort of trick.
Possibly. There's a weird, center hole in the paint there. For some reason, it wasn't covered in the middle of that, which is weird.
It's unwise to make up your mind before conducting a proper investigation.
I guess, yeah, but that hole in the paint seems weird. There was something in the middle of the paint where it couldn't reach that area for some reason.
It may have been like this before the murder. Or it could have tipped over when the discovery was first made.
Possible, but it doesn't look like it's near the door enough to be able to be knocked over like that. And plus, why would it be open? That's another weird thing there. But if you say so, Halara.
Got carried away in the hopes of getting complimented. Aren't you an eager little puppy?
Who you calling puppy? You act like a cat, so you're one to say.
Be quiet.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that might have more to it, though, personally. It may not seem like it right now, but there might be more to it. Just because, why would it be open, is the real question, because all these are obviously closed. So, that does seem a little strange for that to be the case. Kind of curious about, why there's only one doll in here, though. That's the real thing I'm curious about. We got blank canvases, we got the screen painting, although in a different form of the screen painting. But that's still, obviously, what's supposed to be the scream. But, the blank canvases. The canvas placed here is completely blank. I wonder why it's blank, and why it's so messily placed within these wooden frames.
Well, doesn't it look like a exhibition piece? Maybe it was used for some other event.
I see. Nothing seems out of place. I don't think this will help with the case. Maybe. But it'll give us some extra dialogue. But what about the obvious scream? A painting of a man screaming with his hands clutching his face. There's something unnerving about this painting. I almost feel as if it's going to swallow me whole.
Paintings don't have that kind of power. More importantly, did you find anything?
No, nothing suspicious. It doesn't look like it's related to the case. It definitely isn't suspicious, but there might be something attached to it. Oh, it looks like none of those were there. Oh, the painting was nailed to the wall there. That's weird. So instead of dolls, paintings were nailed instead. That's much different than what we've seen so far. A blank canvas and a wooden frame have been placed on a trolley. Nothing seems to have changed between then and now. At least, that's how it looks to me.
Well, it appears unchanged to me as well, meaning there's probably no evidence to be found here.
Seemingly. But is there anything else we could see from here? It looks like the screen painting has nothing for us, though, even though it was moved. But nothing important, though, seemingly. But what about the shelf over here? We got a sculpture covered in cloth. That's probably the thinker. That looks like maybe what that could possibly be. Stacked baskets. And that's about it here. Let's see what we say about the statue.
Oh!
A sculpture with a sheet placed over it to keep dust off.
It appears.
Doesn't look like it's been moved for a long time.
Yeah, you can tell from the dust that's gathered on the sheet, too.
In other words, it's completely irrelevant.
Fair enough. Still detective points for it. Free levels. Might as well. There are baskets on top of the shelf. I'm not tall enough to see inside them, though.
I'll take a look for you. This is...
what is it?
We accomplished nothing.
So, you found nothing. Yeah, probably just art supplies. What about in post-cognition? Oh, scary painting appeared out of nowhere. But other than that, that's pretty much all that was moved to here.
There's a nail stuck in a painting.
There definitely is a couple of them, actually.
The killer must have hammered a nail into the portrait instead of a doll.
Although, why is the real question. I guess he couldn't get the dolls in here, maybe? That seems to be the case.
Why is there such a fixation on dolls?
Urban legend, for sure.
The crime scenes so far have all been abnormal. But this one's just sick and twisted.
It definitely is. You can definitely say that, Yuma. But it is weird that there's paintings being nailed instead of the actual dolls themselves here. Because there's literally just one, seemingly. A nail driven into the portrait, perhaps in place of a doll. Nail in the painting, arts gallery storage. Okay, what about the sculpture again?
Oh!
It's a sculpture with a sheet over it. Position was same as before after using post-cognition.
The overall shape of the sheet is also unchanged. We can assume nobody's moved it.
The sculpture isn't related to the case. Well, obviously. But what about the boxes now? The baskets there are baskets on top of the shelf.
There's nothing but dust inside. I guess it hasn't been used for a while.
Basically, it's unrelated to the case. Yep, okay. All this area has definitely been severely checked. Ooh, wait a minute. We got a window. Although that doesn't look big enough to get in or out of, though. That's interesting. There is a ladder here, though. Anything from Halara, though?
By the way, Halara.
Yeah, what do we got for you?
I will not accept any requests to reduce your fee.
Yeah, of course you won't.
That's not what I was going to ask. About your post-cognition.
Yeah, what about your post-cognition, actually?
What were you able to see before you specialized it as your forte for investigating crime scenes?
It seemed like it was just, like, past events, from what she was kind of saying.
What is the point of this question?
Just ask you.
Well, I was wondering if you could use your ability to look at my past.
It's possible.
You want to see your lost memories like that? That's against the rules. No fair!
Yeah, totally against the rules. Seems like you have no way to stop it, though.
The fact of the matter is, even if I could see your past, the information would not be of any use to you.
Are you sure?
Huh? Why's that?
Yeah, why is that?
Psychometry doesn't allow me to pick and choose what to perceive. Rather, I can only see fragments flash by.
Hey, a fragment's better than nothing, honestly.
I cannot consciously access desired information.
Okay, well, it would at least give us something, to be fair, but if you say so.
It's why I trained at the WDO to develop it into a forte specialized for investigations.
Okay.
Any piece of information would be valuable to me. If I can get even a little piece of my memory.
It would at least give us something to hold on to.
If you insist, I'll consider it once this investigation is done. How about 100,000 Shien per use?
Well, it's cheaper than what you were making us pay beforehand, so, at least that's more doable, I guess.
Let's discuss it later.
Yeah, later indeed.
That sounded cheap to me somehow. My sense of money is getting all messed up.
It definitely is with the fact that she wants 5.5 million.
Well done, Halara!
Yeah, thanks Shinigami for rubbing it in again. But, okay. Well, at least we got some kind of information out of her.
Check, check!
Let's check the shelf, I think, now. It's worth a check. But, we got a couple other paintings that, are definitely famous paintings. Although slightly changed, but definitely famous paintings nonetheless. The cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, the boxes were brought in after the incidents.
It appears.
Looks like there's artwork inside. They must be storing the items no longer on exhibits.
I don't think these are related to the investigation, although there might be something here in the post-cognition world. Although, what exactly is the real question? Another painting over here that's nailed up. It's a portrait painting with nails driven into it. The picture really conveys its time period. Maybe the person depicted is an important figure from years ago.
What?
There's nothing dignified about this guy. He just looks like a regular old geezer.
It's definitely decently dignified, I would think. What about the boxes, though? The cardboard boxes are stacked up. Judging from the labels, there are artworks inside.
Yeah.
There's a layer of dust on the boxes. Doesn't look like the culprit touched them.
Meaning they've got nothing to do with the case. Yep, definitely not. But, nails into this guy too, although it looks like they fixed the nails on it. Interesting. Anything else, though? I should double check. You never honestly know. Yeah, it looks like that's pretty much it. This painting wasn't here before, though. But other than that, it's pretty much that. Let's get off out of that. Then we have two other places to still check. The corpse and the escape routes. I'm gonna say, let's check... Well, it may not even be an escape route, to be fair. It's way too small. But it's worth a check. Could be... maybe bigger than it looks. Who knows? I'm kind of curious just to see what we could see here. Yeah, just one doll here. That's weird. That's really, really weird. Why is there just one doll? A doll nailed to the painting, and a large landscape at that. It makes it look like it's part of the painting, too, with how they nailed it. But, let's check out the doll, since that seems to be important here.
A large painting lies on the floor, and a doll is nailed against the canvas.
But the real reason is, why just the one?
One nail goes through the head, another nail is in the chest.
Nail in the head and the chest, though. That's weird.
But the nail in the chest also passed through the circular hole on the key's handle.
That's weird. That is very weird, actually. Because then, how did they get the key to be lodged inside there, as well as escape the room with it being locked? That's... That is really strange, actually.
Did the culprit leave the storage room after nailing the doll and key to the painting?
Seemingly.
If that's the case, how did they lock the room? The key was nailed to the picture, so it couldn't have been used.
Yeah, that is weird how... Unless they were able to steal the key off the person that was supposed to have one. And then that was, lodged into the lady, and then they somehow got it back on them without them realizing. That's weird.
Well, that's what makes it a locked room mystery. I'm sure they figured out some trick.
There's gotta be some sort of trick here.
And
Although,
I
what
need to
kind is the
find
real
out
question?
What that trick is.
Weird. A doll nailed to the cloth canvas. The key to the room is also nailed on. Weird, okay. What about the painting itself? It's a large scenic painting with a doll nailed to it. I wonder how this ended up on the floor. Is there a reason?
If it's related to the incidents, there's probably a reason. Let's assume that much.
Yeah, there's gotta be some sort of reason. What about the small window? Kinda curious on that.
In or out of here besides the door is this window.
Seemingly.
The window jets out and is used as a vent. It doesn't appear big enough for someone to move through.
It definitely doesn't.
You should check the window in the present, just to make sure.
It would be worth a check.
Currently, it opens outwards slightly, but...
Okay. Well, it can be opened. I didn't think it would open like that, though. Okay, then. I thought the whole window would, be pushed out. But it is attached to a hinge of sorts. But it doesn't look like it moves much.
There are no other suspicious traces on it. It seems impossible to enter or exit through here.
It definitely seems that way. Weird, though. Very weird. Well, what about the painting of the young man here? Nails are driven into this painting of a young man.
Oh, I know this. He's one of those edgelord protagonists everyone loves for no reason.
He doesn't really look like that, but okay. That's not really an impression I get. Huh. Do you say so? But he doesn't really look that way, to be fair. It looks like that's pretty much everything in there. So only one last spot to check. The original location of the corpse. So I guess just check out the marks on it first.
Oh!
Seems like this is where the body was at the time of the incident. There's no trace of it anymore, though.
It's me.
Looks like the area's been cleaned up. Probably by the peacekeepers or the art gallery staff.
I don't think investigating here will turn up any useful information, though. Yeah, not from here, but post-cognition, maybe. Let's see. Looks like there's only one thing here. The corpse itself, but nothing about the neck or any of that, or the way it's positioned. Okay. Interesting.
The corpse of a young woman. She has nails all over her body, as expected.
Yeah, definitely a strange position here. What do you know about her, Halara? Since you said you looked into everybody.
The victim's name is Moe. She used her good looks to have relations with many men.
That's a little weird, but okay. Moe.
The amount of suspects who could have written her name on the doll is nearly too high to count.
So everybody wanted her gone then. Okay, fair enough.
The victim has those same marks that suggest being strangled to death.
Although her hair is kind of covering most of it, though, so we can't get a good enough look since we can't move anything in the post-cognition world, which might affect this a little bit.
Huh? But there aren't any scratches that would have been left from a struggle.
That is weird, actually. There is literally just the mark on the neck. That's weird.
You noticed as well.
Huh. That is strange, actually.
Yeah, there's a wound on the back of her head. It looks pretty deep.
Wait a minute. Yeah, that is weird, actually. So, this one wasn't strangulation, this one's blunt force trauma. Out of all the ones, this is the only one different. That's weird.
This may be the real cause of death.
It definitely is. Blunt force trauma is pretty bad. If you get whacked in the head pretty hard, you're done for. So, it more than likely was that. Okay, good to know though. No strangulation kill here. Straight up actual, actual physical violence was done here. Although, strangulation's still physical violence, but this is literally physical. But, interesting way to knock somebody out, though, out of how everyone else was done. Like the other victims, there are signs of strangulation, but no wounds from resisting, and signs of blunt force trauma on the back of the head, woman's corpse in the art gallery storage. Okay, then. Looks like that's it, and we can't move the camera, so looks like that's it here.
That should be enough.
Not a lot. I'm finished investigating here. I feel like the full picture is slowly starting to come together. There's not as much here, though. That's the weird part. But before we do leave, let's see if Halara's got anything.
This is the last locked room mystery to investigate. There's not much time left.
Seemingly, yeah. But that's it. Okay. Well, let's get on out of here since there's literally little to no information in this one. Because I don't see how you could leave there. But I can see how you would get the key in. You would push it through this window somehow, and then you can get it to
You better hurry or you'll run out of time.
fall onto that doll somehow via like a pulley system. But that's pretty much it. That's all I can really see. But okay, I think we're good here. Let's end the investigation and head on out, I guess. But definitely a strange conundrum here with everything.
That should do it for the room. Next is the window.
Oh, now we're gonna look into the window again? Okay.
It would be best to check outside of it. Go ahead. I'll stay here.
If you say so.
Outside the window? Alright.
It's a good idea, too, because of the fact that, at the clock tower, we had an inside and outside to both the window there and the clock tower itself. So this might be good information, honestly. So you stay here and we'll be right back, I guess. Kind of curious, anything else from you?
Oh, it would be best to check outside the window. Go ahead, I'll stay here.
Okay, well, let's go on out and check it out. Okay, well, at least we got an idea.
The window, but our buddy here really insists you do everything yourself, huh?
Yep. So, really no reason to pay her 5.5 million to train us, to be fair.
And my master does everything he's told, like a good little underling detective.
Well, we are a trainee, to be fair, but we should be getting trained for free with everything that's going on here. But, for some reason we're not getting that.
Halara is right. This is something I took on myself.
Which is fair.
I can't just rely on everyone else after putting on a tough front for that kid.
I guess, yeah, that is... We should rely on ourselves a little bit more because of that.
That's why I have to do it.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to think of it, Yuma. At least you found a good in it.
Maybe Halara's just taking advantage of you. It's obvious money is that one's only motivation.
It definitely is only her only motivation to help us. She literally said so.
Even so, I think it's the right thing to do as a professional detective.
It is the right thing to do. Try and solve it as much as you can. Even if we are getting a little bit of help.
Master, being overly nice for no reason is stupid. It's why you're so deep in debt.
Which is true.
I know, but
at least we got something out of her being here, though. Out of just us doing this by ourselves, because we had literally no information outside of Halara. So all we had was a clock tower, and it wasn't enough to actually go into the mystery labyrinth safely. So because of Halara, we might actually get enough information where it would be safe to go in there. But honestly, still a little bit left to discover here, it looks like, with the window.
Did you check the window?
We haven't even left yet, Halara. Don't even worry about it.
oh, right. I'll do it right away.
Yeah, we need to go check right now. But,
Outside the window? Could that have anything to do with the locked room?
how do we get to the window, though? Art gallery rear area. Okay, rear area, here we come. Although, what exactly will we find over here? That's the real question. We can't see it in the past, though. Maybe it would have been smarter for her to check that. With the fact that, maybe there would be some kind of sign over there in the past. But, for what we can tell currently, doesn't seem like she's going to be able to do that. But it would be something.
Discovered.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious what she
I think
discovered.
Halara is just having fun pushing you around.
I hope that's not the case.
I think she's trying to help us in some way.
I
But,
see.
there it is. But what's over here? Sealed boxes. Some cardboard boxes are stacked up. Looks like they're all sealed.
Actually,
Oh, they've been left in the rain, so I bet whatever's inside is ruined.
Probably so, honestly. Anything else, though? Ooh, we leveled up from that. We also got a fence over here. Someone could have probably scaled this fence with some efforts. Maybe the culprit escaped this way.
anyway,
Maybe.
Oh, maybe, but the real priority is solving that locked room mystery, right? Anyways, it's not like there's any clues left behind here.
Yeah.
You're right. Let's focus on figuring out that locked room. It might be an escape route, though. It is good to at least note that. But, gap in the window, here we go.
Here's the window.
It doesn't look very important, though. Yet. There might be something very important about it, though. Because, like I said, you can maybe get the key in from here. Even though you will lock the room from the outside. And you could still maybe get the key in. Although, is it possible 100%? Not really sure.
Well, see anything strange?
Yeah, anything, Yuma?
No, nothing strange about it.
That's weird.
I see. Try entering through the window.
There's no way we're getting in through there.
What? Between the gap? That's impossible.
That's gotta be impossible.
Just try it.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
probably gonna just get her head in.
I can't. I can't even put my arm through this gap.
Yeah, that don't look possible. Why'd you have us try that?
Stick a finger in, but that's it.
Maybe a finger's just enough.
I thought so. Good job. You can return now.
Okay, she seems like she needed that information, though. A finger might just be enough of all you need, though. To be fair, if he's working with strings and stuff like that, from what we've seen with previous cases here for the Nailman, a finger might be enough just to have what you need to be able to get that key back in. So, because you can put the key on the string and roll it down with momentum to the point where it can land where it did. Although I'm not really sure how the nail was above it. So that's the only part about that I can't seem to figure out on my own.
Huh? Are you sure? Did you figure something out?
Just a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's something.
Did you not?
The finger here can go through? That's pretty much it.
No, not at all. What's that about?
You can somehow get a string through from both ends and go from there. Oh, I get it. So maybe a pulley system was used to drop the nail. That could have been actually what it was then. Okay, I could see that. The only thing is we didn't see any traces of like any kind of string markings on that nail, though. That's the thing. A hinge window used for ventilation. It opens outward, but the gap is only about 5 centimeters wide, which is definitely big enough for a finger and a string. So it's something at least, but a window gap for the art gallery storage, and probably our final solution key in the real world, from what we can see. Oh. I don't like that. I do not like that. I don't know who that is, but I do not like this. Dude, you need to move. Like, now.
Hey!
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Hello there.
I'm not doing anything shady.
I'll call
Hi.
the pastry person.
Please don't.
Wait,
Trick the art gallery staff member. I don't think he'll like us being a detective. I am a peacekeeper.
I'm a peacekeeper.
Yeah.
What? Of Amaterasu Corporation?
Yep. So, please leave us alone and go back where you came, please, buddy.
Yes, of Amaterasu.
Rush.
You totally fumbled that. You're no good at lying, huh?
At least we tried.
What did you say?
Exactly what you said. Yuma, come on, buddy. At least try.
We are special investigators for Amaterasu Corporation.
Yep, definitely. Totally nothing else.
We are currently investigating a case. Civilians must not interfere.
And if you do, you're gonna get kicked by Halara to the point where you'll be sleeping, in the back here, probably covered in rain.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please, get on out of here, buddy.
Hey, Halara, are you sure it's okay to lie like that?
Well, you just did it, buddy. Since she did it before, saying that we were a Amaterasu, so I went with it for that option. But it is a better idea at this point.
I've told you before that deception is necessary to finish an investigation quickly.
Yep, and we need as much time as we possibly can because of Yakou. And, well, if we don't finish this in time, Seth Burroughs and the rest of the Amaterasu Corporation's gonna take him away forever for, into a detention facility, which nobody has ever seen ever again. So, yeah, we need to get him out of here before that happens.
By the way, aren't you an employee here? There's something I'd like to ask you.
Yeah, what kind of question do you got for him, Halara?
Can you bring over the staff member who discovered the body from that murder case a month ago?
Yeah, do you know where he is?
Oh, that would be me.
That would be you. Why are you sneaking back here, then?
Perfect. Describe the events for us.
Yeah, what do you got for us, bud?
I'm scared to even remember it, but if it's part of the investigation, then I have no choice.
Okay.
I'll leave the rest up to you.
Yeah, what do you got for us, buddy?
Sure.
Okay. Let's ask Halara first before...
Alright.
I'll leave the rest to you.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Now, please tell us what happened on the day of the murder.
Yeah, what exactly happened, buddy?
That day, I was doing my closing procedures when someone from the church appeared.
Someone from the church, you say? Okay. Good information. Very good information, actually.
He said he wanted me to help him find someone and that he knew the person was inside the art gallery.
The worshipper. Okay, that's definitely the worshipper then. Okay.
So we looked around the premises together, but didn't find anyone.
Okay, which makes sense. So while they were searching, the killer was most likely wrapping up, maybe.
According to him, there was a chance that the person he was looking for was being pursued by the Nail Man.
Which he definitely knew because he was following them. Okay.
I couldn't help but feel terrified when I heard that.
It definitely would be terrifying information to just randomly hear while you're just doing your normal thing at the art gallery. But, it ended up happening anyways.
How did you notice something was off about the storage room?
Yeah, how did you figure that out?
The lights were on, even though they were usually off, so I went to take a look.
I guess, yeah, that would be weird.
The door was locked, so I opened it with the key I had.
And you were the guy with the key. Okay, so now we know which guy had the key. The only thing is now we gotta figure out how that key, secondary key, was still inside the room. And from what I can tell, maybe, like I said, the pulley system, maybe, was used in some way. Or, not the pulley, but a pulley system, because we didn't see a pulley system. But we could obviously tell that a string was used here, since that's at every other crime scene. But,
But I was afraid to go any further.
I don't blame you, buddy.
So I let the church person go first and open the door while I watched from behind.
And that's when you found everything.
And then there was a corpse.
Yep. Big dead and definitely mysterious on the circumstances due to the locked room.
Did you touch the body?
No.
Of course not. I was too afraid and froze at the entrance.
Yeah, he didn't even want to go in the room. He was definitely not touching that thing.
What about the churchgoer?
Yeah, what about him?
He saw what happened at the doorway and didn't go any further.
He didn't go any further?
Are you
Really?
positive you didn't touch anything inside after unlocking the door?
Apparently not.
Yes, but
But what?
the churchgoer accidentally kicked a paint can over when he opened the door.
Accidentally kicked a paint can? That's weird. Why would he just... How would you kick that thing when it's a little bit further out? That's weird.
And paint spilled all over the floor.
Which could have blocked anything that might have been underneath it. Maybe.
So that paint was from back then.
I'm thinking that might have been a way to conceal some kind of evidence that maybe made it be him, but the thing is he was with that guy the whole time. Although, it could have happened a lot earlier. That's the thing.
Okay, I get the picture. Thank you. You may go now.
Yeah, you're all good, bud.
Oh, right.
I don't think it's him. The art gallery staff guy seems like he's more than okay. We'll know for sure if his profile doesn't pop up, but that is a solution key. Okay, I'm gonna note that for later, because that seems like I said, it might have been used to maybe clear up something. You never know. Could have been used to get rid of some kind of evidence that might have still been there. Because like I said, the little hole in there seems a little odd, for there just to be a random hole in the middle of the paint like that. But at the time the body was discovered, someone from the church tried to enter and knocked over a paint can. Obviously the worshipper, art gallery storage, paint on the floor. Okay, well we got another piece of information.
That brings all the information together. It's time to resolve the case.
But do we have enough information
I still have no
though?
idea what happened.
Time does not wait for you. Our deadline is approaching.
It definitely is.
You hurry back to the detective agency.
Huh? What about you?
Yeah, what about you, Halara?
When you're in trouble, say my name.
Say your name.
Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
Okay.
And gone. What are you gonna do, Master?
I guess it's time to head back to the
We've
base.
checked everything we can. All that's left is to point out the true culprit, but...
Do we have enough information?
If only it were that easy. I have no clue what to do.
And he doesn't want to go in the mystery labyrinth either.
Pathetic. Why don't we go back to the detective agency for now? We might get to see Fuzzhead get executed.
I don't really want to see that.
We need to help him.
Yeah, Yakou is definitely at his like last possible chance of getting out of this. But honestly, it's definitely the only other place we can go.
Executed.
Right, let's hurry. I want to know how they'll execute him too.
I think it's just gonna be beating him to this end via just just in general with the batons that they have. But you never know. You can't just take a bus right there, though. It looks like we have to go to the Kamasaki district. So let's make our way over there and then go from there. But definitely from everything, they definitely are very similar, but there is small differences between every case that makes it a little bit harder to solve. But I think everything is connected via strings in the locked room, obviously.
Seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
And it's good information, too.
Where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
Which is true. But yeah, we're definitely getting closer. The only thing is, well, how much information do we still need, though, to actually solve the case? Since our guy doesn't really want to go about, going into the mystery labyrinth. He's very against it, which was why he even grabbed Halara to help us out. By continuing, it will not be possible to return here for some time. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we should note that, actually. Kind of curious, though, because it did say that. Let's do one thing real quick. I do want to look into one of these, at least. Just because of the fact that if it's going to lock us out, we might as well take a look around and see what we got here. Because it said that we won't be able to do much with some of this stuff if we are either inside the mystery labyrinth or locked out of other events and stuff like that. So I would like to at least see what this scab with Halara is real quick. That we got from behind the clock tower earlier in our investigation when it first really began. Halara's candy. Okay then. I didn't even know she had candy, but okay. I don't know if that's important or not, but cool, I guess. Yeah, let's see what's going on with Halara here. Because I am kind of curious on what we can get to know about her.
Oh no, I got careless and ended up alone with Halara.
Which is probably the worst person to get, end up alone with.
I guess
from what we've
I should
seen.
be able to start the conversation. I'm the rookie, after all.
Which is true.
But what do I say?
Hi, hello, how are you?
Do you feel awkward?
Well, obviously.
Huh?
But, looks like enough to, not have an answer for you, it looks like.
It's natural to strike up a conversation when two people are together.
But you seem unfriendly outside of the case right now. So why would you want to be wanting to talk to us if you're that way?
Such is the mundane way of the masses. You're overtaxing your tiny brain to do so, aren't you?
My tiny brain? Jeez. That's a little rude to say.
Well, sort of.
Why'd you agree to that?
Then how about you and I have a wager?
No, definitely don't take any wagers from her, buddy.
But I thought the chief said no more gambling.
It would be a very good idea not to.
The boss said it's forbidden, so you won't do it. You think I can be swayed by that sort of logic?
I'd rather not try and gamble with you, since it seems like it's a losing effort to do that.
Besides, gambling can nurture skills that every detective needs.
Yeah, sure.
I believe it will be to your benefit.
What exactly are the terms?
And what sort of skills are you talking about?
Yeah, that is a good question. What kind of skills are you wanting us to learn here?
Instead of always asking for answers, why not figure it out for yourself for once?
Well, I don't see how gambling can help us.
Yeah, think!
You don't know the answer either, Shinigami.
A skill needed by detectives, which can be trained by gambling.
The power of deduction? Courage, observation skills, or sixth sense? Maybe observation skills. It's the only thing I could think of.
Observational skills?
That seems like it would be it.
Right. Gambling isn't merely decided by coincidence.
I think it definitely is. Usually the house only wins when it comes to gambling, so I don't think just because you get good observational skills from gambling, it's gonna lead to you getting something out of it. I highly doubt that, but if you say so.
For example, in poker, you can study the cards already in play, as well as the expressions of dealers and players.
Well, at least that's a game you can actually win. If you're doing slots, which is more of a gambling thing than really poker is, then you would always lose, more than likely. But poker card games are usually how you win. If anything you're gonna win the card games. That's if it's not rigged. But usually the card games seem like it's harder to rig it to the point where you would always lose. But well, sleight of hand does exist, so well, let's be honest here, it could possibly be rigged. You never know.
You observe all that, make logical deductions, and commence battle.
Okay.
How about it? Wouldn't you agree those are the skills every detective needs?
Maybe.
I get what you're saying, but...
It just seems too reckless.
When are you going to stop nitpicking?
There's a lot to nitpick about gambling, I'm gonna be fair. I'm not gonna be sitting here saying it's a good thing.
After all you made me explain, you will have to play a match with me.
Okay.
But there's no way I stand a chance against you.
I'll do a match if there's no money involved. How about that?
Not to worry. We'll do a warm-up first, with nothing major.
And that's when you stop immediately afterwards.
I'm not going to hustle a beginner straight off the bat.
Well, that's good to know that you're gonna hustle us eventually.
Okay.
Not a smart idea, Yuma. Oh, fell right into her pocket.
Yes! I beat you!
Well, we may have won, but she might have let us win. That's the major problem here. You give them a couple wins, then they absolutely decimate you later.
It was just a game of heads or tails, but still, you show some promise.
Thanks, but I still don't trust you.
Does that mean I have talent as a detective?
No.
Yes, you can say that for sure.
Yeah, sure.
Now the real game begins. First, let's wager. I think we should start with 10,000 Shen.
I don't even have a single Shen, but okay.
Right.
Please don't do it, buddy. He fell for it. He fell for it. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, hope you like being in debt, buddy. Because you're gonna lose every single time now. Yep, thought so.
This isn't how it was supposed to go.
That's why you never take it up in the first place, bud.
Don't be foolish. I lost the warm-up so you'd feel that rush, and mistake your own skill level.
Like I said, you give them the rush that they're gonna win, and then you take them for everything they have. It's a very, very bad thing to get into. Yes, it can be fun, and I can admit to that. There is sometimes gambling can be fun depending on what kind of game you're playing, but most of the time you're gonna lose. So if you are up you should take your winnings and go, if you can possibly get a win or two, and then go after that and just take what you got. But after that, yeah, just get out of there while you can before you get addicted to it. It's not really worth the risk.
It's rather obvious I did it on purpose.
Yeah, she did it on purpose, 100%. I saw that coming from a mile away.
I let you get carried away and made you take a gamble against me.
Yep. And now we're broke. Even more than broke. Because, we got a lot of debt now with her.
That's terrible.
Thanks, Halara. You gave this kid, exactly what every kid would want. Debt.
Aw, you got completely hustled. You picked the wrong detective to mess with.
Yep, we definitely did.
I think that was a rather good learning experience.
Not really.
It's crucial for detectives to doubt other people's intentions, no matter the circumstances.
That's a good one. But, you're pretty emotionless, so I don't know if we should take that to heart.
I won't charge you interest for now, but you must tell me immediately when you've developed a payment plan.
How about you get 0 money out of us from here on out, and you don't even get that 5 million either?
Halara is totally ruthless.
Yep, she is, Halara for a reason, like Shinigami says.
Master, you and Halara seem to have grown closer.
Not really. I would see that would more draw us distant from each other, but if you say so. But, yeah, that's just bad. Bad all around, nonetheless. But, at least we got something out of that when it comes to Halara. But, yeah, it looked like it more tore us apart from each other, more than it helped us grow as a friendly between each other. But at least we kind of learned something out of it, even though we had to go into debt to learn it, apparently. But at least we got it. But we have 2 more for Yakou, and we got 2 for Vivia, and then 1 for Fubuki, but we're going to save that for later, since we can go to that anytime, since I did pick them up. So we don't need to worry about missing them later. So let's head into the possible return area and see what's going on with the riverbank now that we're seemingly done with our investigation. Since honestly, there's nothing left to discover about the Nailman cases that we currently see, unless there is another one, a 5th one, but I highly doubt another one's going to happen beforehand, with this case being closed so far. There's Seth Burroughs again.
It's about time.
About time, you say? Well, good thing we got back to him in time, seemingly.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
Yeah, 5 minutes is 5 minutes. Take as much time as you need, buddy.
You need to get your watch repaired.
Watch repaired? I think it's perfectly, probably right, honestly.
Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash, then.
Not gonna happen, buddy. We are not letting him get executed with the fact that there's seemingly no way he could possibly be the culprit at this point, from everything we learned.
Besides, you're out of time anyway.
Hopefully not, though. But, it seems like you're speeding up the process here, even though he's supposed to have 5 minutes left.
Take him away.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going for it now. Yakou, you gotta think of something now, bud.
Wait!
Oh, hello. We got a little bit of information here. Although, I'm not sure they're gonna care about it.
I knew you'd save me!
We're definitely trying to.
And you are?
Just your, average, friendly neighborhood, detective. But, we really shouldn't tell you the detective part.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
Yep, but I don't think that would be the best thing to say right now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, his grin makes that even more scary. Huh.
So, You're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower.
Yes and no. We didn't knock them out, though.
Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident.
Really? Are you sure?
You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action.
We kind of have your answers for your case, kind of, already.
That would be the ideal solution for all of us. What do you say?
Is that what you want to do, Yuma?
Yuma, think carefully about this.
I don't think we can, whatsoever, because of the fact that the kid's dad is at stake right now.
Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being.
They'll go after me instead, buddy. Don't worry.
Dropping the case would end this peacefully, but still...
We need to solve it.
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please!
We're definitely trying there, buddy.
You may be a trainee, but you are still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
And if we don't, we're not a true detective.
I can't back down now.
We really can't. We're too far in.
Killings haven't been solved yet. I will find the truth. Huh?
I'm sorry, Yakou. We just put you even more in the crossfire with that one, but we can't give up, buddy.
Oh, you've said it now. There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
There's really no reason to pull out.
Then our deal is off.
Yep, I can see that coming.
He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
I'm not really sure we're bringing strife. You're the one bringing the worst possible things to possibly happen here than we ever have, to be fair, buddy. But Yakou really isn't even attached to this whatsoever, so dragging him away really doesn't make any sense.
Please, wait! Before you go!
What are we gonna tell him?
Please listen to what I've discovered while investigating the past Nailman killings.
I don't think he cares.
You investigated the previous killings.
Yep.
We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left at the crime scenes.
But you forgot that master detectives have special abilities, buddy.
I have no time for your lies.
You sure about that, bud?
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death.
They really didn't.
All of the victims were strangled to death, weren't they? I suspect this fact hasn't been made public.
It wouldn't have, I would think.
How did you know that?
So you said I didn't know anything about the previous cases? Well, we caught you off guard there, didn't we?
So the cause of death was kept under wraps. I hope you see now.
Yep, we got some information.
Is legitimate.
But the thing is will he believe us? And there we go, non-public information solution key. The victims of the serial killings were all strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized.
Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I highly doubt they want us to do that.
I don't know where you obtained that information.
Well, we had some help, but I don't think that would be good to call out Halara with that one.
However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Yay, good thing. Yay, I definitely need that to happen. Uh-oh.
Huh?
That's not good.
You are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
Why would we be charged with that? With the fact that you should know that master detectives have powers? So, how would we not have the ability to do that? So, uh-oh. Well, this isn't good. Looks like take 2 of being arrested again.
What? Wait, please listen to me!
I don't think they care. Looks like the same thing that was happening with Swank.
Had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Yeah, we got a little carried away here, bud.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name.
Will Halara even be able to do anything here?
Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
I think it's time to do it, Yuma. I think calling her for her aid might be the best thing here.
That's right.
And she might charge us for this one too, to be fair.
Halara!
Please.
Halara nightmare!
Well, hopefully she comes, because we're gonna need her help here.
The aid of a great detective.
There she is. Well, good thing she's good at fighting, or we would have no chance here. But it looks like she's too fast for these peacekeepers, no matter what they want to try. But good thing they don't have pistols or guns, or this would have been bad.
Yeah, as I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Yep, and that means, you definitely aren't gonna like us.
Stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
I don't think he cares.
You think we are? In this town, we're...
The true villains.
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to Yuma.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
We don't even know how to
Set the
solve the
stage
case
and
yet.
solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
Although, who's the true culprit? Because we don't know that. Oh,
What's
she
going on?
got the people from the church. Really? Okay, well, I don't know who from the church is the culprit, because if it is somebody from the church, the only person I can call out is maybe the worshipper, but I'm not really sure outside of that, because it could be someone else.
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
No.
So that's what you meant about setting the stage.
Okay, well, at least we got an idea of who the culprit could be. So Halara thinks it's one of these four. Okay. I keep saying it might be the worshipper, so right now I'm going to put all my chips on the worshipper for now. But if anyone else... Maybe... I don't think it's the servants. It's in between the nun and the priest for the secondary option here. I think the servant is the safest person to say that it's not him. Because he doesn't seem like the killer. It seems like he's asleep during when it happens, and he's never able to have time to be able to do it, based on the fact that he's cleaning up all that stuff in the morning. So, I don't think it's him. But out of the other two, possibly Mr. Priest, and also possibly on accident. But the reason why I say the priest is because of the fact that it looks like they have the whole thing with the moon with the nail going through it, or spear. It's either a spear or a nail. So I have a feeling that it's like a church for the nail man in some way. Because I did say it kind of reminds me of a cult based on how freaky their church is on the outside. But am I right about that? Not really sure. But once we start, figuring out the truth, I think we'll be able to maybe put two and two together.
I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church.
She definitely did.
Now I have to point them out here?
Apparently so. Although I don't think this is going to keep us from getting arrested.
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure?
Nope, not so ever.
There's no room to mess up here, you know?
There really isn't.
Well...
Oh, there's only one other thing here, buddy. I know you don't like this mystery labyrinth, but we literally have no time to put this all together with what we have. Since we're definitely, confused on this case, in a lot of ways.
What do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Which we literally can't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I think it's time to, put your pride behind you, buddy. And I think it's time to head into the place you don't want to go.
Halara seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
Because we don't have any money.
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Which is true. Because it seems like what we're really paying for is the training, I think. Even though she's making it sound like it's to solve the case, I think it is supposed to be training for us. And also to actually make us look like a more competent detective at that, too, from what I can see.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own?
Well, it's the only thing we can do at this point.
If you can't
That
ask
makes sense.
Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You gotta do it, buddy. You gotta do it. At this point, you just gotta give it up.
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
You already know it can help you solve the case, and pause this
Peacekeepers
time.
aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here.
Which is true.
Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Which is true, because it's a serial killer.
Oh no.
We might as well just make sure the serial killer can't go for anybody ever again. Which I don't think is a bad thing, because he's gonna get executed anyways. So it's not really our fault, and plus it's the Shinigami doing it, not us, at the end of the day. Because I think if it wasn't a Shinigami, the guy wouldn't die in the first place. So, honestly, it's the best option out of everything here. Because he's gonna go anyways, so let's be honest here. Whoever's the culprit's gonna be executed no matter what.
And that's where yours truly comes in.
Okay, well, let's definitely do this, buddy.
We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
I just hope Yuma jumps to it here soon.
But if I do that...
Well, it's all you got, bud.
There's always a price to pay.
Yep, definitely a price to pay for the truth.
When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed.
Which is
But
true.
as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Which makes sense.
Which means the real culprit will die.
But they'll more than likely die anyways, to be fair.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much?
It really doesn't make sense to care that much in this case, to be fair, when it comes to what happens to him. Because they've already, killed multiple people as is, so it's not like we're getting rid of a good person. But, the thing is Yuma didn't know that was going to happen with the first person, and went in there unknowing what was going to happen, and Shinigami told us literally last second what was going to happen, which didn't give us even a chance to even change that outcome.
You want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
Which is true, we did promise the kid.
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the peacekeepers will wake up.
Which is true.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
And you obviously don't care for it either.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Although, how are you gonna make us do that?
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
That is true. It more than likely will. You might just give up, bud.
Fine.
Thank you. Okay, well, here we go. Mystery Labyrinth, here we go.
That's the spirit. Well,
Although it wasn't really willingly.
physically prepared.
Honestly, at this point, we gotta be. Get back to normal Shinigami form, though. And her Sailor Moon transformation. A show I've never actually seen, by the way. I just know it's a Sailor Moon transformation, just because every time you see a transformation in a game, whenever somebody talks about it, it's always Sailor Moon. But, yeah, definitely a show I've never actually seen. Don't know if it's any good. Kinda curious about that.
What?
Oh, wait. Halara reacted to that. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, didn't it say something about assistance earlier? Specifically, it didn't specifically say Shinigami. So we can drag people in there. Interesting. Well, Shinigami, you broke your own rule, buddy. Not our fault this time.
What's this? Has time stopped?
Yep. And we have a lot more time now.
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Not ours. Our little friend over there is.
Halara's in here too.
Not so.
Oh, you knew this was gonna happen? I guessed it.
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't a one-way street.
Really?
You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
Huh.
Halara wandered into the mystery labyrinth because of that effect. I think.
She called her Halara.
I'm not even sure.
Who are you?
A death god.
This'll take too long to explain, plus I don't feel like it. So I'll take that role over the master!
Oh, into the mystery labyrinth we go. Here we go indeed. Well, into the mystery labyrinth for the second time of our adventure. The only thing is with Halara this time, which is interesting. Also, one thing I noticed, every chapter has a person connected to it. Although, technically, Chapter 0 is Shinigami and Yuma for the halfway point in the first part. But, for Prologue, it was actually Yakou, which was interesting. And then Halara, obviously, for here. So I guess you can kind of tell who you're going to be dealing with, mostly, during the chapter, depending on who's on the save screen. But in we go. The only thing is interesting information. I'm not reading that, though. Nun stockings. Okay. I don't think that's something we need to know, but cool, I guess. Huh. But here we go. Mystery Labyrinth time. Although, what are we going to learn in our second Mystery Labyrinth? And how much different is it going to be this time around? Because I feel like something different might happen this time around. What it is the real question. But Halara is definitely in here with us. Or Halara.
Am I?
Based on how Shinigami likes to say it. Here we are.
What should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
Yep. But it's good to know that our coalescence lets us share the Mystery Labyrinth ability. So if we share our ability, we'll be able to drag in another Master Detective here in any chapter. So that means most likely if my theory is right, that we'll be hanging out with a Master Detective every chapter to solve a case. We'll be bringing them with us into this as well. Interesting. Okay. Good to know. But, don't know how we're gonna explain this to Halara, though.
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
There really isn't no point at this point.
Halara? Let me explain.
The best we possibly can. Okay, thank goodness they're gonna fast forward through that, because we already know all about this information. So it's probably best for them to speed it.
That's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
Yep, pretty much that.
I see. So mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within.
Yep. Kinda curious if she'll remember this after she leaves or not. I would think she would.
I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte.
It's not ours.
I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this.
I would definitely say, yeah. I think ours is literally better than everyone else's, but it's Shinigami's, though. The coalescence is ours, though. It definitely has to be.
Are you? I refuse to think you're just a trainee detective.
No, I think we still are.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
You say that, but Shinigami literally said your coalescence, not her coalescence. So I think it actually is for the coalescence part. The mystery labyrinth is definitely hers, though.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
You might not want to know, but she's a death god.
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
That's a good way to say it.
That's me! I'm also Master Scary Cute Mentor.
Scary is definitely a good way to say that. Cute, sometimes.
On to my next question.
But not all the time.
You're just gonna ignore me?
It probably is best to.
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town.
Okay, wait, what?
Why are you investigating that case?
Huh?
Huh? What are you talking about? We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
We were. Was that not Halara?
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
Yeah. That's weird that you don't remember that.
You don't remember? There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help.
That's weird.
The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
Oh, she remembered the coffee.
You remember the exact amount.
Yep, that was probably the worst thing for her to remember out of everything.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something.
That's not really going to be helpful.
My mind is clouded. I don't remember exactly what was being investigated or what was discovered.
Huh, so now she has a form of amnesia. So Shinigami... Well, because of the fact that we know Shinigami took our memories, I guess she took Halara's too? Somewhat?
Could that be?
Huh.
Yeah, it's because of the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, it's the mystery labyrinth itself, not... Okay, that's interesting.
The mystery labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it.
Makes sense.
If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away.
Which would make sense, but the thing is she technically solved it, so why would it be locked away?
Though,
if she didn't know the answer?
With me, you wouldn't be affected.
Which, yeah, I guess that makes sense, because we have a pact with you, we don't lose any memories.
But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
Which is fair, I guess.
This is the mystery labyrinth's defense mechanism, then.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
It really does, honestly.
Nope, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
She's so adamant on saying Halara instead of Halara. Now, just adding the extra L in there just to make sure. And, well, technically it's H-A-L-R-A-R, but the thing is, she's so adamant on calling her that after everything we've been done with her.
Halara.
Oh, she finally realized it.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
Yeah, it's true, yeah.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Fair enough, you technically already were, but thanks anyways.
Supporting role?
Well, technically she was supporting us this time.
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
Which is true.
That means we can't rely on Halara's detective skills to blast through this dungeon.
Nope.
That's
but she'll be here.
But it's still nice to have an ally.
It is really, honestly.
Hey, Master, before we head into the mystery labyrinth...
Yeah, what about heading into the mystery labyrinth?
Let's do that thing.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. You talking about the sword?
Huh? What thing?
I think you already know, buddy. All her strange antics.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Kind of.
Yeah, I am.
Well, here we go again. I definitely know what we're about to do again. Since we don't have her sword right now, yep, it's definitely that animation again. The swords follower thing. I still don't get why she holds all her stuff in her mouth like she does, though. But we do need our weapon of choice for slicing through the truth, so only one way to do that. Grab our truth-seeking blade and get to work. You could just, hold it in your, on your back, but thanks, I guess.
Wow. This world is just full of surprises.
You could say that again.
I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your progress through the mystery labyrinth?
Kind of.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
Which is very much true.
I better materialize the solution keys I got during the investigation, too.
Oh no, I forgot about that. I still don't get your methods, Shinigami. But,
that was a lot. Here you go.
Well, at least we got him now. Halara's face.
Have to vomit them out every time?
I think so.
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
No, please don't.
Sorry, please don't mind her.
Yeah, just try and not mind her, please.
Alright, we're all set.
Oh, here we go.
Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
Although I don't think it's just going to be one target like before. I feel like with what had happened with Swank trying to impede the truth, I feel like that's probably going to happen with Seth as well. I think that's not a one-time thing. So, although yes, we're going after the culprit, I feel like we're definitely going to have to go through Seth as well. Since I think that would make a lot of sense to me personally. But, in we go. Since we're more than ready for the next mystery labyrinth. The only thing is what are we going to find in here?
I understand that progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth.
Which it will, but you don't know what the cost of it is, though, unless we told you that.
But what happens to us if we can't find it?
Well, we get trapped in here forever, apparently is what Shinigami said before.
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
Yep, which is not good.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Which is true. As long as we're always progressing, we're always going to be continuously going towards the end of the case.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Wait, what? That's not good information.
What?
That better not be the case.
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind.
Wait a minute, that's really bad.
Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely. In other words, you die.
I don't like the answer of that. Please don't be an actual mechanic.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
You really should have.
Now relax, quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway.
I guess.
Isn't that right, Halara?
Huh.
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
Which is fair, but, that seems a little extreme.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
Maybe.
You're taking this awfully well, Halara.
You really are, honestly. Okay, it doesn't look like we actually have a time limit. Okay. I was about to say, if there really was a time limit, with the fact of how long it took us to go through the first mystery labyrinth, that would be really bad information. Okay, with that being said, honestly, I think this is where we're going to end off today's episode, since we have quite a lot of information to get ourselves into, with the fact that now that we're getting into the mystery labyrinth, it's definitely good to start the episode for the next episode inside the mystery labyrinth and be our very first exploration into everything. But with everything going on with Halara now being part of it, That's, definitely something I wasn't expecting, with the fact of, well, Shinigami told us we couldn't tell anybody, and, well, technically, we broke that rule, but she's letting it slide. So, definitely a lot of things going on with that. But honestly, with everything being said, in the next episode we will be officially going into the Mystery Labyrinth, and, well, starting our real investigation into the final facts of everything. Although, obviously, it's not going to be just a one-adventure kind of thing, because these seem to be at least an hour to about 3. I think an hour to 3 hours, but let's be honest here, Danganronpa, when it did that kind of stuff, it was about an hour to 3 hours, to be fair to. Even if this is the spiritual successor and everything. But with that being said, honestly, we'll definitely be heading into the Mystery Labyrinth and everything to do with that in the next episode. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.